Hey folks, Dave here with Creek Beaters TV. Back here again for archery setup, instruction, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. But what we're doing today, as I told you, we'll be shooting 5 yards. I'm going to check the group at 5 yards, roughly 5 yards. I never make it exact because a deer doesn't come in exactly 5 yards. But we're going to be roughly 5 yards. I'm going to check my grouping. If I'm hitting a good group, then we're going to go to 10, which it is actually, because I tested last video. 10 is the same as the top pin. So 0 to 10 is my top pin. Then I'm going to go out to 20 and then 30, and then I'll probably stop there and see how it's doing. I'll probably stop there and be a little shorter video. 12 o'clock. That's a better shot. That first one I kind of flinched it. I'll show you something too on that whenever you're shooting a bow, how you flinch it. Things not to do. There we go. That's better. Hold it steady. Take your shots. Good, Bluey. Okay. As you can see, I have about a 2-inch group there. And they're all on target. Out to 10 we go. Okay, guys, this is 10 yards. 3 o'clock. 12 o'clock. All I'll do is put broadheads on these arrows and be set for the season. 9 o'clock. And we'll hit the deer. The deer between 9 and 3. Here we go. Not bad. So if you'll pay attention to where these hit in the targets, none of them are hitting high right, high left, low left with any kind of consistency. Meaning that any misses that I've done on these targets have been human error. Every one of them is flying exactly the same. Mosquitoes, yeah, they're still here. You think cold weather would take care of them, but no, not so much. Okay, the reason, if you see me fighting that target, this broadhead on this arrow is just a little thicker than the arrow, so the cloth and stuff that's inside that target catches it coming out. So that's why I'm fighting it. Okay, let's go back to 20. Here we are, 20 yards. 20 yards, 12 o'clock. A little high. So I'm going to do that again. If I get a decent group at 20, I'm just going to go ahead and back off to 30 for the next 2 shots. Call it a shooting session. I just want this to be a little shorter video. Okay, here we go. They are almost touching. 30. Let's go ahead and do that same target. And I just realized I wasn't even shooting at the target. I'm going to shoot at the target this time. Okay, here we go. I got a great group. I was just high. Let's do the 12 target. 12 o'clock noon. Here we go. I wasn't even shooting at it. I pulled that one. Oh man, I pulled that one. I'll show you. Show you what I mean by pulling and flinching and things like that, because it does cost us deer a lot. Okay, well, you can see my 20s and my 30s. These arrows are touching here. I think those, I know those are my 30s. And then these two down here, you can't get a finger in there. That's my 20. So I'm okay with that, because it's just a matter of, if I'm not hitting, I'll go out farther distances and shoot it. But if I'm not hitting precisely, then I will go back and I'll adjust the sight like we did before. I'll adjust the sight this time instead of the rest. Okay, let me show you what I was talking about in flinching. Here's something that we do, and we do it subconsciously, really. Well, I put my arrows in there. If an animal comes in, even when you're shooting targets like I was just doing, because I did it. I just got through doing it. I did it twice. When you heard me say I flinched, that was me coming out of the shot too soon. And basically what that is, let me get these arrows in here. What that looks like is this. Say you're in the tree, or like I said, shooting targets, just shooting your bow, period, however you're doing it. When you pull back, you anchor, everything's good. Then when you make your shot, you go, you'll bring your head out, you'll shoot over, you'll drop it real quick, or you'll come around. You're wanting to see the reaction of your target. You're wanting to see the reaction of the animal. And a lot of people will go, I've done it so much, it's unbelievable. It's something you got to practice not to do. But you'll sit there and you'll go. And when you do that, by releasing that arrow and coming out so soon, remember, if I move it just an eighth of an inch here, it could be 10 yards off over there. Now you run the risk of an injured animal, or a complete total miss. Okay, so when you shoot, remember the meat of the hand right here, the meat of the thumb, fingers, pull back, and just shoot the peep sight and open. When you shoot, if you close your left eye, when you shoot, open it and watch that animal, and then move your bow, start putting in another arrow or whatever. And it goes for same with target practice. Same with target, pull up your own target. It's best to do it on target, actually, because the more quicker you get used to holding steady, the better it is in the field. So on that target, sit there, you got it, release, open the eye as you hit it, release, open the eye, and watch look at the target, then move your bow. Release, get up here so you can see here. See what I'm talking about here. You get up here. This is me in my bow. When I shoot, I open that left eye, whap, and then drop the bow. Okay, and that way you're following through with your shots. You're staying on target. Now, a lot of it leads into preparation for the season, as far as like, getting rid of scent off of clothes. We use a camper that we hunt in. We stay in a camper, and it's our deer camp. Preparing the camper, getting it ready, making sure that your arrows are Your broadheads are on your arrows, and I don't shoot my arrows with broadheads afterwards. I've never had any problems with those Muzzy MX3s not flying the way that the field tips do. Um, I've never had any issue. I don't think I've ever missed when I hit the release on them. They've never flown funny or nothing. Um, so just if you want to, you absolutely can. A lot of manufacturers, and I think Muzzy's one of them, gives you practice blades that aren't sharp, but they fly the same as the blades. I showed you in the video, the last episode. This is that metal band that I told you. I hang my bow in a tree by it. It's a metal cable hooked to the quiver, and that's what it's designed for. Hold your bow up. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's what I was going to show you, but we burned them all up. I had a bunch of sticks out here. Let me show you real quick. Let me set a little bit of something up here. Okay, I told you we put stuff in front of our targets when we shoot. This is kind of the stuff we'll do, okay? And we'll pick out targets in here and shoot those targets and try not to hit the obstacles in the way. Why do you do that? Well, in the real world, deer don't normally walk out, measure off 5 yards, stop dead center, and go. There's your target, okay? Normally what they do is they walk in cover like that. So you have to pick out your shooting lanes. You have to pick out those lanes that you need to shoot before or after your cover. And when they come into there, kaboom, you take your shot. We do this. This is just a mock-up right now. I just put it on there because I forgot to set it up. We had a fire the other night. I burned all my fallen sticks. We put the sticks in the ground back farther, and it doesn't cover the target as much. So that's why we do that. Now let's talk about targets. And I don't mean like this target. I mean your shooting targets. When you shoot an animal, or even your target, shooting targets. There's a saying that's really popular that I live by: aim small, miss small. The outline of the deer there. That's what we're looking at. That's about the size of a paper plate. It's a 9-inch target zone. That's a realistic target for deer hunting. Okay, for a whitetail. Now that being said, if you're just looking at the deer that comes in, have you ever seen people shoot at a deer and like hit their antler or hit their ear or something like that? Well, what happened is that's what they were looking at when they released that arrow. They wasn't focused on the target, okay? Meaning, aim small, miss small is if I aim at this whole deer and I miss, I don't know if you can see those mosquitoes, but there's 15 mosquitoes there. If I miss this target, I go over or I go under, I miss my opportunity at the animal. And missing the animal is not the end of the world, but wounding one, I did that one time, and I wounded one and didn't find her. Tracked her for almost 3 miles through the woods, and she disappeared, and it bothered me. I can't do that. I don't like that. And what I did was I was at a higher angle, so I was coming in at this angle like this, and I shot where I thought her heart would be, but it was on the surface. And when I did, it went straight through and just right down her armpit and missed all the vitals, and I didn't get her. Okay, so now on this, if I say we're going to shoot at 9 o'clock, we don't look at the whole circle and shoot, because if we miss outside the circle. What I want to do, see this black dot? I don't aim at the black dot, because if I aim at the black dot and I miss, I still run a chance at missing that. What I want to do, and you do this on a deer too when they come in. See this? This is like a little tuft of hair on a deer. Deer like hit branches or something and walking through, and it'll poof their hair up, pick that little tuft out. So if you pick that little guy out and you shoot and you miss that little guy and you hit here, you can still see that you're on target. Let's use her heart. Here, I got this little thing right here. This is her messed up tuft of hair. I shoot at that tuft and I miss, say, an inch to the right. Okay, an inch to the right is about right there. I still hit the heart and the lungs. Where if I was aiming at this heart the size of an apple and I miss, boom. Yeah, I could still possibly get that lungs. Then again, I could miss it. So here's another little tuft of hair. That would be a perfect one to shoot at. And then if you hit that tuft of hair, you know you've got your kill. So that's how we aim on animals. We look at a not just the animal. We pick on a little bitty thing. It might be a white patch of hair, or it might be a what do you call those things? Those little briars, burr. That's what I was thinking, a burr. It might be a burr that's stuck in their fur. She may have been injured before. She got a little white tuft of skin showing, a little scar or something. Aim at your littlest bittiest target on that deer, on that target. It could be deer, elk, whatever you're hunting, and that'll greatly increase your kills. That's probably going to be my next video, is showing you how to it's target acquisition on an animal. But again, the reason I'm going through some of this stuff is because this is for people that have never done this. If you've never done this, then this gives you a place to go. Oh, it gives you stuff to think about. I never really thought about that. It gives you a place to go and watch how I did it, mimic it, practice it, and you'll be ready for this season. This is September 2 or 3 today. I think it's September 2nd here in Indiana, which would be, I think, September 2nd the rest of the world. But it's September 2nd. So we're under a month away from archery season. October 1st opens our archery season here in Indiana. Anyway, that target acquisition will probably be my next video and show you how to hit those deer for success. So this is Dave. This is Creek Beaters TV. Guys, just keep God first. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, come back. We'll see you next time. Thank you.